Well, actually, this one didn't start out as a screen. This one started out as a hole, like a tunnel. Because when I meditate, there's different things in there, and when you focus on one of them, it will. I won't go into all that. Anyway, so this one started out as a circle, like a cloud, like a white spot. And then as I focused on it, I kind of traveled into it, or it got bigger and kind of, um, enveloped me. And then the center of this opened up so I could see a clear picture. And I just saw hands. Maybe it's called hands. Anyway, and I just saw hands, and I'm like, I know those hands. Those are my friend's hands. And I'm like, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, it was the holiday, so I figured he was probably cutting, like, ham or turkey, because that's normally what we eat in this culture around the holidays. So in December, and this was at the end of December, right around Christmas, and a few days before or after, I don't remember the exact day, but. And then as soon as I had said, those are my friend's hands, then boom, the window opened up a little bit bigger, and it stopped. And I could see, like, from here, from his, his chest down to about his waist. And I saw his little skinny ass in those pants. I think they were tan pants, maybe, which, and then he had on a white, like, puffy shirt, which I thought was weird. So maybe it had to do with the maybe it was just something from the movies that I had just watched, because at the time they had kind of had puffy shirts. And anyway, I thought that it was weird that it was a white puffy shirt, because that's not his style. He's very shirt and tie kind of businessy, or more casual, but not like puffy shirt kind of guy. But anyway, so I had recognized the pants and his little skinny hips in there, and I'm like, yep, that is definitely my friend. And then boom, and then the whole thing opened up. And sometimes when you're thinking about something, and you're doing something, and you have a thought, and then you're thinking about someone, and you go to respond to them, and you look, and they're like, they're not there, right? And then you just so sometimes we say something and sometimes we don't. Anyway, while he was cutting whatever it was that he seemed to be cutting, and I didn't want to look down because I wanted to look at his face. I wanted to make sure that it really was my friend. At that point, he looked up and looked straight at me as if he was going to say something, and then he didn't. And at that point, I'm like, okay, so am I looking through somebody else's eyes? His one son wrote a poem that's on his dresser that it's beautiful. I mean, it describes my friend to a T. And so apparently he's always been this way. He's been this way his entire life. And I find it adorable. But so I thought, am I looking through his eyes? Or I didn't know. Am I a fly on the wall? Like, I couldn't figure it out. But later, when I had asked him, and of course, obviously I had confronted my husband at the time there in the bar, and besides the conversation and going over to the guy that I was dating's house I'm like, hey, there's the closet, So like we talked about these. These were all confirmed right then and there, and I had asked my friend, what this was. And so he had said, and I said, it felt like you were at his ex-wife's. I told him the color of the walls, and he said, because the walls were white, and my walls obviously aren't white.